Tonight's game is brought to you by Town Properties, proud sponsors of NCFC. Town Properties creates great places to live through our homeowners and condo owners association management services. Thank you, Town Properties, for supporting NCFC.
Have a big following.
And here are tonight's officials. Referee Joshua Encarnacion, assistant referee Zeno Cho, assistant referee Josh Lepkins, and fourth official Josiah Park. Time now to meet tonight's starting lineup. First for the visiting Indy 11. Captain number 14, Aiden Quinn. Goalkeeper number 0, Hunter Solt. Number 2, Josh O'Brien. Number 5, James Murphy. Number 6, Cameron Lindley. Number 8, Jack Lake. Number 9, Romario Williams. Number 22, Elvis Amol. Number 27, Bruno Rendon. Number 33, Hayden White. Number 41, James Musa. The Indy 11 are led by head coach Sean McCauley with assistant coaches Bill Presser, Gabe Zapponi, and Eddie Swift. And now, the starting lineup for your North Carolina FC. Captain number 5, Paco Craig. Goalkeeper number 24, Trevor Mulqueen. Number 7, Evan Conway. Number 8, Pedro Dolabella. Number 10, Jaden Cervania. Number 13, Louis Perez. Number 14, Rafa Metzingen. Number 15, Mikey Maldonado. Number 17, Colin Martin. Number 20, Connor Donovan. And number 66, Finn Sunstrong. NCFC are led by head coach John Bradford and assistant coaches Andrew Sheck and Mike McGinty. Tonight's match ball is being delivered by Shane the Hurricane Helms, WWE legend.
rivalry here at First Horizon Stadium, dating back to the days of the NASL more than a decade ago. Tonight, for the 22nd time, North Carolina FC will do battle with the Indy 11, and it's right here on CBS Sports Golazo Network. This is a key Eastern Conference matchup in the USL Championship because as we look at the standings, North Carolina maintains their position in 4th place, but they have only one win in their last 5 in all competitions. Indy, meanwhile, has won back-to-back games and would love to build a winning streak as the gap between 4th and 9th sits at 5 lonely points. And good evening, everyone. Alongside the great Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke, and I don't know how many times they play.
Needs to be changed today.
Class performance of late from Pedro Dolabella for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, a real bright spark. The 25-year-old Brazilian. He signed in the off-season from Union Omaha of League One. He's come in this season. You can see he's got 6 goal contributions. But in the last 2 seasons at Union Omaha, he's put up 33 goal contributions. He's formed a really good partnership down that right-hand side for North Carolina with his fellow countryman, Rafa Mensingen.
Opposite him, though, for Indy 11, their captain, a true leader, Aiden Quinn.
Yeah, the 33-year-old American veteran of the USL Championship. You can see he's tied for second most assists in the league. He is looking, with 6 assists already, to break the Indy 11 record of 9 assists on the season, and is also tied 3rd overall in USL Championship history with 59. So a player today down that left who'll be looking to attack North Carolina will try to pin him back the other way with Dolabella and Mensingen.
A lot of changes in the John Bradford lineup, including Trevor Mulqueen, who will get the start in goal ahead of Jake McGuire. We'll have the lineups in the kick. USL Championship, North Carolina FC, Indy 11 around the corner.
Hey, grab me one too.
These days to find healthy and fast. But at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
With a family like that to take care of, the 2 of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the 2 of you.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Steamy Friday night at Cary, North Carolina, Wakeman Soccer Park, First Horizon Stadium. Take a look at the lineup first for the home team, North Carolina FC, led by John Bradford.
Yeah, and a lot of changes for North Carolina after that defeat last week to Birmingham Legion. In comes goalkeeper Trevor Mulqueen for his first USL Championship start of the season, and then changes along the back line with Connor Donovan, Jaden Savania, Louis Perez and Evan Conway, joint top scorer, returning. Maguire, Anderson Jr., Burner, Alcac and Washington all start from the bench. All
right, that's the starting lineup for the home team. Meanwhile, our visitors from Indy 11,
Same old for head coach Sean McCauley after their win last week at home against Rhode Island. That back four, including the goalkeeper of Musa, O'Brien, Hayden White and Hunter Salt, will look to make it 5 clean sheets out of 7. But look for Aidan Quinn, the player we highlighted. He's got a goal and assist in his last 2 games to try and get that ball switched into the box, to look for Rendon, flying right wing back into the box, and Romario Williams, the leading striker, who's got 2 goals in his last 2 games.
Sean McCauley, you know him. He played for Sir Alex, I think you told me.
Yeah, he's a great character, got great experience, and he'll always make time for anyone at any level of the game. And he's building something in Indy 11. He's a man committed to the process, and he sees Indy 11 right now as a team that is starting to turn the corner and get the ball bouncing the right way.
Indy 11 debuted in 2014 in the NASL, best season in NASL, as we take a look at John Bradford, a couple years removed from winning the USL League One title. What a job he's done as the top man for North Carolina FC.
Yeah, absolutely. John, very similar characters in the way they approach it. They don't get too high, don't get too low. They analyze games in a very level-headed fashion. And I know, John, after the defeat last week, Dean, we were probably a little bit low compared to where he's at, but he sees the process, sees the mistakes that are made and the things they can correct. And today, the accountability within the squad, he's making those changes to give the other players in the squad an opportunity to go out there and perform.
Indy 11 wearing the red kits, the all-blue kits, familiar for the home team, North Carolina FC. With Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be with you on CBS Sports Golazo for this USL Championship tilt. Colin Martin over the ball, and we are underway. Mikey Maldonado, automatic right in for John Bradford, will send it long. Dolabella, Conway already with a shot. Less than 10 seconds in, a shot from Conway.
Yeah, and that's Dolabella right there, just the option to play into him. Such a handful. It's a great little knockdown for Conway and a really positive opening for North Carolina, as we see Mikey Maldonado loosening up those limbs to launch one into the penalty box.
Maldonado laying it to Perez. Good. Looked like a handball. No, it was a handball against North Carolina FC as Donovan was in there. Wow, Maldonado brought some whip on that.
And I like that variety, right? I'm just talking about the expectation of him launching into the box, and they go short to Luis Perez to open up that opportunity to put a real tasty delivery in. Indy, though, equal to it early on.
North Carolina FC 7-6-2, 23 points, sitting in 4th. But Indy 11, the reason we called it a swing game, they're 5-5-5, sitting at 20 points. So a win would draw them level on points with the North Carolina FC. Donovan, who came in and started quite a few games, has sat quite a bit, now gets a chance to show what he can do as Bryce Washington, kind of more of a minutes thing, I believe, with Bryce, and Donovan gets a shot now, Andrew.
Yeah, Connor Donovan, I think, talking to John, he handled the disappointment of maybe not being in the 11 as expected, like the true professional that he is. And bringing in that experience today to play against the likes of Romario Williams and Elvis Amo, just to have that experience, that cool head in front of the young Trevor Mulqueen, I think is a really clever ploy from head coach John Bradford.
Indy 11 got a key 1-0 win against the Eastern Conference champ Rhode Island FC last Saturday. Romario Williams, who comes in red hot, scored the lone goal in the 55th minute after Indy picked off the pass and played it wide to wingback Aidan Quinn. His low cross found Williams near the penalty spot, and he stuffed it home. Of course, Aidan Quinn, the son to Brian Quinn from Ireland, got his U.S. citizenship, got a ton of caps with the USA, enters his 8th season as the head coach of the University of San Diego men's soccer team. They'll be in town in August to take on the Duke Blue Devils. The mighty Quinn, Brian Quinn, we almost hired him at the Colorado Rapids. He was runner-up to Glenn Mooch Meyernick, one of the all-time greats, great family. Perez trying to keep it in bounds, put Martin in a tough spot, so a throw in for Indy 11. North Carolina FC suffered a 3-2 defeat to Birmingham last Friday right here, ending a 4-game USL home win streak. Pedro Dolabella, who we highlighted in the Open, had a classy goal. Evan Conway added one late, but not enough time left, Andrew, on the clock for that one, and Trevor Mulqueen handles his first real test.
Yeah, it was a tough one last weekend. Just the margins within the game didn't go for North Carolina. I think they know they could perform better, and they were sort of accountable for their own downfall. But there were moments, Dean talked to John Bradford about the goal that was given and then taken away. The right decision was decided upon, but when the referee gives a goal to start with, it's very difficult to kind of take that one back. And then there was the handball call as well, and talking to John Bradford, that could have gone their way. So, you know, he saw the bigger picture, and obviously giving some boys some opportunities today to stake a claim for a long run in the team.
Donovan, too long. As I mentioned, Indy 11 debuted in 2014 in the NASL. They moved to the USL Championship in 2018. Their best season in club history was 2019, where they had 63 points, good for third in the East. Here's Indy 11 now, overlapping run coming. So Cervania on the pickup, good pass inside, and there's the youngster Sundstrom. Good work by him to get it to Luis Perez. The 2019 season, Indy 11 made it to the Eastern Conference Final, where they lost to Lou City in extra time. That was under former Railhawks head coach Martin Rennie, who is now an assistant with former Railhawks player Nate Norman. There's Martin with a mistake, and Mulqueen cleaning it up. Wow. So good start for Mulqueen to be ready for that mistake in the back.
Yeah, Colin Martin just got caught in possession. I think there was a little tug of the arm, but the referee didn't give it. And just like that, it was almost another mistake to punish North Carolina. Not what John Bradford will have been talking to the team about before the start of the game, but as you said, Mulqueen, Johnny on the spot there to clean that one up.
Last year, Indy 11 finished fourth in the East. They did make the semis in the U.S. Open Cup. They beat Chicago Fire 2, San Antonio FC, Detroit City, and Atlanta United before falling to Sporting KC. So a nice run just a year ago in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for Indy 11. Dolabella. Dolabella cranks it. And no problem for Solt. On loan at the Portland Timbers with a team that is loaded with big-time goalkeepers. Second year on loan because Portland is so loaded, and he's been good for Indy 11.
Yeah, he's got great frame, 6'7", covers a lot of that goal. Dolabella's going to have to, I think, put his laces through that one there to beat Solt from that range.
Perez, and denied by the 6'7" goalkeeper Solt.
Great effort from Perez. Talk about laces. There isn't a left foot that can strike the ball purer than Luis Perez in the USL Championship. Look at that. Very little spin on the ball, but Solt equal to it, getting a strong hand to turn it around the post.
Fans, it's time to get out, stop your feet, and make them feel the steel on this offensive corner kick.
Mikey Maldonado, corner kick, North Carolina FC. Maldonado flicked high in the airs. Now out of the 18. Cervania and a push in the 18 will bring the ball back to Indy 11. That'll allow us to tell you that the USL on CBS kicks off July with a hot showdown in the Championship Eastern Conference. Last season's final runner-up Rhode Island FC takes on Northeast rival Hartford Athletic on Saturday, July 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Here at First Horizon Stadium, WakeMed Soccer Park, USL Championship action. Early doors, 8 minutes in, no score, Indy 11 and North Carolina FC.
Dean, one of the things I love about the USL Championship, or just soccer in this country in general, is the names that come up for the derbies, the rivalries, the matchups. El Clamico is the tag that they've put on that one there between Rhode Island and Hartford. So I'd like to see what the concession stand will be serving up to fans on that one.
Fried clams, maybe? Steamed clams?
Not your usual hot dog and burgers, you know? Or your pies like you get in England. Bringing a different clientele that game.
The flick offside. It had to be nice for you, knowing Coach McCauley, as long as you've known him, to spend a little bit of time with him before the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to see him. And my dad knows him really well as well. He's sending his best regards to him, and you know, Sean's just one of those guys. He's just a man of the people, so it's great to catch up with him and see him doing really well, because he was a big help in my career as a young age, giving me some good advice as as an Englishman that's grown up and come over here and spent good time here as a player and as a coach. So maybe I'm trying to follow in his footsteps or something, Dean, in some kind of way. But
yeah,
great man.
Good man to follow in the footsteps of, for sure. And to his credit, like, he climbed all the way up the stairs to meet you halfway down. I mean, clearly, you're right, he is a man of the people. Very nice of him.
Yeah, a lot easier for me coming down the stairs, wasn't it, Dean?
In the 11, Martin whistle earlier.
And this is a matchup for me, Dean, where I think North Carolina has to be careful. Rendon against Sylvania. We know Sylvania for his attacking exploits, now operating as that left wing back. Rendon, we know from his time in Colorado, you know, he's a player that really likes to bomb forward and will almost operate as a right winger. So that matchup between him and Sylvania is certainly something we have to keep an eye on during this 90 minutes.
Aiden Quinn, among the all-time great assist makers in USL Championship, over the ball, as well as James Murphy, but it's Quinn with the left foot, headed out of there by Rafa, kept alive here down in the corner by Blake. Blake with a little push there, Maldonado. The referee trying to get control of it as Blake, tied for the team lead in goals, leads in shots and chances created. And a little mini dust up there with Mikey Maldonado.
Mikey making friends as always. We're all smiles now, though. It looks like Jack Blake's been around the league a long time, trying to win the foul in the corner there, not getting the call as he felt he should have. Dean, can we just talk about how hot it is tonight? I thought last week was bad, but
no, it's hotter.
It is steamy here tonight.
Yeah, I feel like a French fry. See John Bradford there. Joshua Encarnacion is your referee, who just had that chat right there. Zeno Cho and Josh Lampkins on the line. Josiah Park is your fourth official. That's our officiating crew for this USL Championship tilt. Mo Queen and Mikey Maldonado. Right now, North Carolina FC just gave a corner kick away.
Fans, help us chant, keep it out on this defensive corner kick.
James Murphy taking the corner. Important to keep our eye on Trevor Mulqueen, and he can show that he's got a presence here in the box. He sits back on that one. It's a great opportunity for Trevor. Long ball's sent in. Dolabella's there. Rafa trying to turn and protect it. Well done by Indy 11 to win it back.
Yeah, absolutely, Dean. I mean, according to John Bradford, he's trained really, really well, and he's never let them down whenever he's been between the sticks. And it's one of those, you don't typically see coaches change the goalkeepers very often. The goalkeeper tends to get the benefit of the doubt, but I think in talking to John Bradford, Jake Maguire's handled it like the true professional that he is, and the group, I think, appreciated the fact that the accountability stretches from 1 through 11 as opposed to just the outfield players. So I think it's a healthy thing to do as the group, in terms of you're not hitting the standards that you know you can and you know you should. Another opportunity goes to somebody else.
Perez, one of the players that did not start against Birmingham Legion, did come on and had some decent moments. I feel like he always does. Dolabella is fouled.
And there's not many left from the USL League One days, but he's one of those players that has made that jump brilliantly. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Minute 14. Another Mikey Maldonado free kick approaching. Hunter Solt, the Alaskan, two players from Alaska playing in the pros in the U.S., and he's one of them. Maldonado, soft touch, but right to Solt.
So Dean, just had a quick look at my phone. The temperature right now, with all this cloud cover, the high today was 94. It's 87, but with the humidity, it feels like 94 degrees. And I can confirm it does feel that
Yeah.
high.
No, you're on it. I was driving over talking to a friend, and he's like, how hot is it down there? I'm like, it's 90 degrees right now. Conway, Scott Perez. First time's it! And it'll be a corner kick, North Carolina FC.
Good break from North Carolina, but well defended by Josh O'Brien. You see Martin feeds Conway, rolls it out to that left foot of Perez. You know it's going to go where it needs to go. Josh O'Brien, full stretch, manages to clear the danger before Dolabella can tuck it home.
It's not too late to purchase your NCFC mini ticket plan. Receive the maximum value by saving up to 25% off individual tickets this season. You'll also grant priority access to postseason tickets. Visit tickets.northcarolinafc.com for more information. 15 minutes in, another Mikey Maldonado corner kick. Takes the throw-ins, the free kicks, the corner kicks, does it all. Maldonado off the head of Conway. Martin heads it back in. It'll fall to Conway again, deflected away. And now Indy 11 can get numbers going here. Great opportunity in transition for Indy 11. Whistle over there as Elvis Amo goes down.
It's a good ball from Quinn into the space. Amo, heavy touch. It's the heavy touch that entices Rafa in. He's trying to claim that he got a touch on the ball. Tough to tell from that angle, but he definitely clatters Elvis Amo. There was a concerning moment there. That was kind of flavors of last week when Birmingham Legion counted for that all-important second goal that got them in front. North Carolina have to be careful when they're committing bodies forward there, not to leave themselves exposed the other way. And Indy been working on some set pieces on the training ground. It looked like from that last corner I saw the outswinger from James Murphy last week. They favoured the in-swinger. We'll see what they're going to serve up this time.
Keep an eye on James Musa. Also Rendon, far post. A bit of pushing and shoving inside there. Maldonado with the header. Cervania bumps to the ground. It'll stay with North Carolina FC. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Wearing the captain's armband, Paco Craig. Sundstrom. Cervania takes a shot to the head and will get a yellow card. Rendon with the yellow.
You see it again here. Rendon just a little high with the arm. I don't think there's any intent there, but he does catch the throat of Cervania. And the referee leveling the scores in the bookings column. The yellow cards to Mensingen, both right wing backs now, with Mensingen for North Carolina and Rendon for Indy 11.
This play was started by the left center back, Finn Sundstrom, the youngster who leads the team in blocks, in third in clearances, and second in tackles. Maldonado is looking for Craig. Martin knocks it back in. Salt takes care of it. 19 minutes in. He is probably asleep right now, but the longtime voice of Indy 11, Greg Rakestraw, kind enough to spend time with me today while he's in Iceland with his wife. We're 20 hours of sunlight, so even getting sleep is difficult, but it's a wonderful country. I was there with the U.S. team in Reykjavik way back in '93. It's not a bad place to visit. Have you been?
I've flown through there on the way to England, and
okay.
I know a lot of people. It's a place where a lot of people tend to be going on holidays now. But it absolutely blew my mind to be touching down there in the middle of July, and I didn't see the runway until I was on the ground. Usually you got the view from the airplane, but we didn't see anything. We just in clouds and, you know, horrific rainy weather. So it was like being in Halifax in October, where I'm from in England. But yeah, just really crazy weather, but beautiful scenery and surroundings from up by all accounts, and great food I hear as well.
I still have my Hard Rock Reykjavik t-shirt that would fit like one elbow.
Just break it out every once in a while as a napkin, you know.
Yeah,
just wipe your forehead.
Can't get it past my elbow. Craig Donovan, and he'll bring it back to Trevor Mulqueen, who has looked solid so far.
Yeah, great story. Trevor came in as sort of the third choice goalkeeper. As a
little bit of a deflection, trying to get to it, and how about North Carolina FC? Rafa Metzingen with the goal.
What an effort from Rafa Metzingen. Just a long clip forward from Mulqueen, but it bounces between the two centre-backs. Musa gets himself in all types of trouble, and then it's all about Rafa Metzingen's desire to get on the end of it. Full sprint from him. Hunter Salt does everything he can to scramble, but Metzingen just too quick for the big 6'7" goalkeeper. And the Brazilian, who's been brilliant in recent weeks, gets his team in front.
Goal of the season for the man that goes by Rafa. Rafa's made it 1-0 North Carolina
NCFC goal to number 14, Rafa Metzingen in the 20th minute.
22nd all-time meeting between these two clubs. Indy leads the series 11-5-5. 4 wins of the 5 have really come at home for NCFC. This year, NCFC came back from a 2-0 deficit to draw 2-2 on goals from Evan Conway and Connor Donovan in the 93rd minute. That was on April 5th. Now, meeting number 2, a little different story. North Carolina FC gets the lead.
Yeah, and this time last year as well, it was a 2-0 win for North Carolina here. It wasn't straightforward. It was a really hard-fought game, like I'm expecting this one to be as well. But it's goals like that that just drive coaches bonkers. It's your own undoing. You basically hand the goal to the other team. The hopeful clip from Mulqueen, the miscommunication between the defenders, and then Musa just has to put his foot through it and put it in the stands, and there's nothing to talk about. But full credit to Rafa Metzingen, Johnny on the spot.
Conway is onside. Conway! Wrong side of the goal, but it's a corner kick. Corner kick coming for North Carolina FC.
You see Dolabella just dropping into a pocket of space and then puts it into a great area, and Conway just a little bit heavy with that first touch. Could he have just guided it maybe first time on goal? But having him back in the lineup and fit, such a bonus for head coach John Bradford. One of the better strikers in the league.
Short corner from Luis Perez. Sent in by Rafa. Rafa going to head it back over looking for Martin. And Martin will send it to the goalkeeper. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. your ticket to great seats. We are not sitting down right now in what can only be described as an oven here, the perch. I always say it's the best seat in the house, but it is a warm seat tonight.
Yeah, I think air conditioning is where the best seat is today. But full credit to these fans that are out here. I see a lot of towels waving in the air and fans flapping because there's not much of a breeze. Or as I say that, Dean, I've got, I think, a little bit of something coming through.
Hayden White drops it long to Rendon. He's got the yellow card. Rendon will get it back. Rendon, good ball across. So Martin has got to send it out of bounds. There'll be a corner kick coming for Indy 11.
That's encouraging for Indy 11. That those are the areas the head coach Sean McCauley wants to see his team getting into, getting those crosses in, getting the wing backs involved down the flanks. Good link-up play there between Blake and Rendon. Just finding those little through balls. And once again opting for the out-swinging corner off the right foot of Murphy.
Corner coming. Kicked out of there by Cervania. Another opportunity for Indy 11. Pretty good ball. Sundstrom there. Conway with a foul, and it's going to be a dangerous opportunity coming for Indy 11.
Yeah, this is a fantastic area. A little naive from Conway, just the nudge in the back of Blake, and Blake's going to go down all day and get that free kick. I'm sure he'll be sniffing around trying to get his name on this set piece. I think you've got to favour Aidan Quinn on this. Either way, you're spoiled for options here for Indy 11. Colin Martin operating as the draft excluder. You've got 5 guys all well over 6 feet in the wall. It'll take something special.
Quinn into the wall. It'll be a corner kick coming. Aidan Quinn.
I wondered, was it going to be Blake or Quinn? Just a shoulder there of Dolabella. There was almost a little gap in the wall there that Quinn was trying to find.
Another corner headed out by Donovan with authority. That's how you head a ball out. One 0 here. Could be 1-1 offside though. Really close to being 1-1 there, Andrew.
Yeah, really good first time ball, right flashing across the 6-yard box. Full credit to Mulqueen. The ball didn't end up in the back of the net as he made himself really big, but they're bouncing around. Williams finds Quinn and that left foot. It's just a piece of magic. You can see why he's 3rd in the all-time assists category.
Played into space, looking for Cervania, and picked up by Indy 11. Catch NCFC next Saturday, July 26th, as they take on Loudoun United FC. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets at tickets.northcarolinafc.com. Onside is Blake. Got a whistle, though. It's out of bounds, I guess.
Yep. Assistant referee's got his flag up a mile away. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM.
Rafa Menzingen with the lone goal. Minute 29. It's 1-0. North Carolina FC on top of Indy 11. Cervania popping the header for Perez. Knocked out of bounds by Hayden White from England. And they will have a hydration break for both teams, as we've talked a lot about the heat.
It is really, really humid. There's a little bit of a breeze blowing through, Dean, and I see some grey clouds hovering. I hope that's just for decoration. Or you've just ordered a little bit of a breeze for this this break here. Hopefully we steer clear of any interruptions. I know the Indy game last week suffered from a few. The fans braving the wet weather.
1-0. Let's take a look at the goal as Rafa Mensigan strikes for North Carolina FC.
And it's a nightmare goal for Indy 11. Josh O'Brien ducks under it. Musa then gets his feet all in a tangle. Then it's all about Rafa Mensigan. Brilliant effort. Just pressures the centre-back. Gets the deflection. Then he's onto it in a flash. And with his weaker left foot, manages to guide it home. And that's the effort that you want to see as a head coach, and the attitude for John Bradford. And they've handled this first 30 minutes, Dean, really professionally, I think, trying to cut out those mistakes that they have started to creep into their game over the last few weeks. And John Bradford will just hope that it continues like this for the next 60 minutes, because they've been solid.
Nice tidy haircut there from the top man, John Bradford. Hydration break here. WakeMed Soccer Park, First Horizon Stadium, longtime home to North Carolina FC. Also known at one time as the Carolina Railhawks, where Martin Rennie had great success before going to Vancouver and then overseas, eventually ended up with Indy 11. There's Coach McCauley. His team down 1-0 because of that guy right there, Rafa.
He's in a rich vein of form, Dean. I said last week he hadn't got an assist. He popped up with an assist last week. Scores today. He's been one of the best players, I think, this season. Rafa, you talk about Mikey's goal contributions, but Rafa down the right, goals, assists, and then just being a menace. He's a real great character.
eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play, so download now. Off the hydration break, it'll be Cervania with the throw-in. 1-0, North Carolina FC on top of Indy 11. To me, Mulqueen should get an assist. It was kind of misplayed by the center back, so what's your take on that, Andrew Tate?
No, I'll give it to you. I think that goes in the second assist category, Dean. That's we're pushing for legislation on.
32nd minute.
That's the category I feel I was really high on, Dean. I never got the goals or the assists, but second assist I feel I was.
You were the all-time leader. Yeah. Just go with it.
The inspiration.
Yeah.
The hidden stat man, you know.
I believe you. Long run forward by Josh O'Brien from Dublin, Ireland. Also played with Hamilton Academical FC in Scotland. Here's White and O'Brien. Cervania does well there to knock it off for Indy 11. (1-0) North Carolina FC. Remember, these two teams tied 2-2 earlier this season. Last year they split. You mentioned the 2-0 win here. Indy won last year 2-1. The biggest deficit in any game between these two teams. NCFC beat Indy 11 5-0 in the 2017 NASL season.
I think I was here for that game, Dean. It was here at WakeMed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was here watching that one as a fan. It wasn't a good day for Indy.
Musa. Enter Salt. Dolabella somehow keeps it. Louis Perez there. You got some good takes on Dolabella from John Bradford I'd like you to share.
Yeah, just obviously when you sign a new player, you never quite know how he's going to integrate to the group or what he's like. I know John had some experience of coaching against him in the League One level, and Dolabella was always a player that was a handful and a nuisance to his team. But then bringing him in, he's integrated fantastically. Obviously, there's 2 fellow Brazilians on the squad, but he's just the type of guy that gets along with everyone. And after training, he's hanging out, he's spending time just, whether everyone's running off to different things, he's a guy that will stay behind and chat with his fellow teammates and hang out with staff and just really enjoys being here. Just a positive character all round.
Loves Rafa, who he just plays it to. Rafa trying to find Cervania. That relationship is key with the 2 Brazilians, Rafa and Dolabella.
Yeah, and we saw it last week, didn't we, in full effect. A goal of the week contender with great movement from Dolabella in the pocket, and then Rafa releasing him in behind, and then Dolabella with a finish that was just out of the top drawer.
1-0 lead, 35 minutes in. Stat of note, when NCFC scores first, they're 7-2-1 on the season. When Indy concedes first, they are winless, 0-3-1.
Just going back to Dolabella, he's such a versatile player. We saw him play deep for Union Omaha. He can play as a striker, and he's really found a home in that sort of number 10 position for North Carolina.
Finds the head of Craig, Conway, Rafa, Donovan trying to battle. Sundstrom holding down the fort at midfield. A little pressure from Blake. There's Mulqueen. Keeps it on the carpet to Maldonado. The 2 losses for NCFC when they have scored first were to Loudoun and Birmingham. Craig, simple drop to Conway. Now Maldonado, Cervania, does he see Perez? Can't get it to him. Cervania loses it, but fights hard to try to win it back. A little bit of a touch. Headed by Blake, and Craig is there with the left foot. This will be Musa running it down for Indy 11, who trail 1-0. Minute 37. We will have several minutes, though, of added time because of the extended hydration break. Whistle on the far side. Dolabella over there. Some hardy Indy 11 fans making a lot of noise just down below us here in the perch. Sent long by Solt. Ball to Louis Perez. Sundstrom back to Trevor Mulqueen.
The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
1-0 for the home team. North Carolina FC on top of Indy 11. Third goal of the season for number 14, Rafa Menzigan, the Brazilian. Conway from Martin. Pushed out to Rafa. Paco Craig comes behind him. Martin drops it to Maldonado. He keeps it on the ground, but it'll go right to Hunter Solt.
Good attack from North Carolina, getting bodies into the attack. Paco Craig overlapping as the right centre-back there. And then Martin dishes it off. I think this ball's meant for Perez, but Maldonado just coming in between the two of them. And a bit of a weak shot from Maldonado. Expect him to hit it with a bit more power and accuracy.
Perez called for the foul. John Bradford not happy with the call.
I don't think the fans are too happy either. A little bit of frustration felt. Rendon went down a little easily there. And got another look here. But Perez, he's not looking at the ball. Rendon definitely, I think, is a bit... could win an award for some theatrics there. But when you're not looking at the ball, as Luis Perez wasn't, you sort of invite that decision of the referee.
Aiden Quinn called some of his college games when he was at Akron. They were really good teams that he played on. And Quinn, this ball from Quinn. Transition could be on here. Ooh, and a yellow card right away. NCFC thinks perhaps it should have been a red, but more pushing and shoving going on. Mikey Maldonado and Romario Williams in the middle of it.
He's got some sorting out to do here. Here you see it, the touch from Perez. The counter-attack is on, and Blake comes in with a really hard swipe. I think he is trying to play the ball, but at the same time, he knows if he doesn't get the ball, he stops a really good, promising attack for North Carolina. I think the frustration for North Carolina is probably when Blake got involved in some extracurriculars in the corner in the opening 5-10 minutes that he could have picked up a yellow for. And that one's sort of an orange card there, Dean. So if you do the math on that, he's very lucky to be on the field. He'll take the yellow all day, I'm sure.
A yellow card has been assessed to Indy 11, number 8, Jack Blake, in the 41st minute.
So Blake with the yellow card. Where the breakaway was on, though, Andrew.
It was, yeah. The blue shirts were flying forward.
Dolabella will get to it. Wow, a lovely touch back. Like eyes in the back of his head. Dolabella just showing signs of brilliance game after game right now. He's again with the deflection. Maldonado. NCFC looking sharp. Shot from long distance there from Luis Perez. Over the outstretched hand of the 6'7" goalie for Indy 11.
See it again. Quinn with a slash at the ball, but it goes straight to the foot of Maldonado, who tees up Perez. He's had a couple of sighters from here. This one was not quite the connection that we're used to seeing from Perez, but good play from the two Brazilians, combining down that right, putting Quinn under pressure.
Join us for the best of NC night on Saturday, August 2nd as the North Carolina Courage kick off against San Diego Wave at 7:30. Claim your tickets now at tickets.nccourage.com. And talking about the Courage, Willie Davis has the U23 team in the W League final for the third straight year as they go for back-to-back USL W League titles. They'll play at Utah United at BYU Stadium in Provo, which is beautiful, at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 p.m. Mountain Time. NC Courage U23 playing in their third straight final. That one's knocked out of there. They beat Colorado Storm last year. Lost to Indy 11, 2-1 in extra time. And speaking of Indy 11, they tied it. Just like that, it's 1-1 as James Murphy with the equalizer.
Out of nothing. Rendon just clips one in. The ball drops outside the box here. And there's just a touch and brilliant finish from Murphy. His first goal of the season. Just that touch sets himself up perfectly and just bends it around the traffic. Mulqueen, no chance. And from out of nothing, Indy back on level terms.
So it's 1-1. Well taken by Murphy. Side netting, actually hit the water bottle of Mulqueen. Really well taken.
Yeah. He puts in a shift as Murphy there. You don't usually see him in and amongst the goals, but I think it was Armo that maybe rolled it back to him, but his first touch, the sole of his foot, something you see more and more in the modern day game, just sets it perfectly for that inside of that right foot. Just whips it around some blue shirts, and Mulqueen unsighted just watches it as it nestles in the bottom corner. Right on half-time again, North Carolina. It's the same thing as last week. Birmingham Legion got a really important goal right on the stroke of half-time last week to cancel out a 1-goal lead for the home team. And Lightning has struck twice in the space of 7 days.
Well said. Minute 45 as we're awaiting the time. I'm going to say 6.
Ooh, I'm going 5, Dean, because you really emphasised the 5. So I'm taking that as a sign.
Craig was out of bounds, so it'll come back to Indy 11, and we'll now get the Town Properties added time. Go to townproperties.com, T-O-W-N-E, town with an E, properties.com, and the amount of minutes of added time presented by Town Properties. Still waiting for the 4th official to post it. Four. Okay.
The 4th official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes of added time presented by
I'll take
Town
that.
Properties.
I don't mind being wrong when it's under. Martin Maldonado.
I think both goals, Dean, just show that the margins in the games at this level, such fine margins. You think you're comfortable, you're winning 1-0, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's erased. And I say for Indy, they fell behind off just a mistake, a flash out of nothing. And just these moments decide where the points are going to go, and there'll be a few more big moments, I think, in this game. It's going to be very, very tight as we go into that second half.
That was a well-taken header by Donovan to start the attack, and unfortunate that Cervania couldn't do more with it. We're in added time. Do remind you at halftime we'll take a look at the upcoming schedules for both teams, and then we'll have a wide-ranging look at USL Championship, updated scores and standings, the rest of the games this weekend, so much more. News and notes led by the great Brian Ware. I got here early because I thought I had manifested the Mark Dry Cam Newworth wrestle off, and I was disappointed it didn't happen, Andrew.
I thought it was in your contract, Dean. I thought it was the only way we could get you back. Somebody's dropped the ball.
(1-1) the score. We're in the third of the 4 minutes of added time. Nice lead there as Blake has it. Sundstrom read that one as they were trying to find Amo, Elvis Amo. Mario Williams, who of course was gone for a bit, playing for Jamaica in the Gold Cup. It's interesting now because of TST with the Reggae Rovers, with that strong Jamaican flavor. You really feel connected to that club.
You're just bringing up bad memories for me, Dean, of our first game in TST against the Reggae Rovers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. They've got a real Rolodex of players I think over the coming years when Romario Williams finally stops scoring goals in the USL Championship. I'm sure he'll be a player they'd love to roll out for the Reggae Rovers, but those boys have a great time. I tell you, when it comes to warm-ups, the rhythm that those boys have and the smiles on their faces, who wouldn't want to be a player on that team?
Yep. One. Approaching halftime. First Horizon Stadium, WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary. Rafa, who's got the one. Tremendous work by Aiden Quinn. What a leader. Maldonado does well to win it. Good ball to Dolabella. Dolabella didn't have too many options. This was really his only one as he finds Rafa. Rafa, oh, so close to squaring it to Martin. Indy 11 will go the other way. Williams, he's been hot. Blake down near the end line, cuts it back. And a player down, so it'll be a whistle against Indy 11. It'll come back to North Carolina FC. And that will be the first half whistle. But stay with us. When we return, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule as we're beyond halfway through the USL Championship season. It's halftime here in Cary, and it's North Carolina FC 1, Indy 11 1 on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
It's tough these days to find healthy and fast, but at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa, with sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo! Mountain Dew!
Welcome back to Cary, North Carolina on a steamy Friday night. We got a tie here, USL Championship style on CBS Sports Golazo. North Carolina FC 1, Indy 11 1 with the great Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke, and you said it, the slimmest of margin between these two teams, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, it's exactly what we expected coming into it. It's going to be nip and tuck, and North Carolina capitalizing on one mistake, and then Indy 11 out of nothing. Great bit of great quality from James Murphy, but just like that, the deficit is level.
We promised the upcoming schedules for both teams, so let's get to work and do just that, as we'd love to see you out here, and we'd love to see the folks in Indy as well.
Yeah, North Carolina conclude the Jägermeister Cup group stage next week versus Loudoun United. They also have key home matchups versus Tampa Bay and Detroit City before a West Coast trip to Vegas.
And the upcoming schedule for Indy 11.
They finish Jaeger Cup group stage with a key home game versus Tulsa, and then they host the Rowdies in another NASL matchup and travel to Detroit and Loudoun in a home game against Miami.
Time now to talk about The Experience, presented by Aljimador Spike Bebidas. It's a video docuseries that shows the history, passion, and community of USL clubs and their supporters groups. The latest episode showcases Rhode Island FC and their support group, Defiance 1636, and it's on the USL YouTube page right now. Let's take a look.
We want to be the loudest people around. We want you to hear where we are at. No one thought we would do what we did against Louisville.
We were hot, we were clicking, we were scoring goals.
Even after the whistle blew and they were champions, forget about it. Raise your scarves. We kept playing. I don't think I've heard a louder scream from a group of people than we did that night. That's the important thing about this group. They never stop loving their team.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
He scores!
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything. Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
Halftime on CBS Sports Golazo. Your halftime score 1-1. North Carolina FC and Indy 11 with Andrew Tate. I'm Dean Linke, and time to bounce around the USL. Take a look at some scores and games.
Yeah. Got Hartford right now. Well, Hartford on Wednesday going down at home 1-0 to Tampa Bay Rowdies. Tampa didn't have a lot of shots in that game, and then Tulsa winning 2-1 against Monterey Bay. And right now Detroit and Pittsburgh tied 0-0 in the 69th minute. And then you see the schedule here. You got Detroit and Pitt, as we mentioned, on ESPN2. You got Rhode Island, Hartford, 4 p.m. on CBS tomorrow. Average 8,500 people at Centerville Bank Stadium in the 9 games that they've had so far. And then you got Charleston, Miami. Miami going for the double over the Battery. Louisville, Tulsa, second in the East versus first in the West. And Sacramento versus Lexington. Republic have won 3 straight games. Lexington have got 10 points from the last 4 games. See some big matchups, OC Las Vegas and Sacramento Lexington, as we talked about. And then, as you see here, USL and CBS, Rhode Island against Hartford. Rhode Island have got the 3-0 win and a 1-1 draw in the first 2 editions of El Clamico. We'll see what tomorrow brings. And then joining the Century Club, Neil Collins, just the 4th coach to reach 100 victories. He is the youngest with 41 years old and also the fastest to do it in 185 games. He's got a ways, though, to go to catch Bob Lilly, who's got 213. And then Aidan Quinn, who today he's causing problems today, and he's going to try and break that assist record with Canado Forbes on 66. He's currently on 56 assists, moving up there with Danny Barrera as the most active assists in the league. You see the team of the week. Danny Trejo for Birmingham scored 2 goals here at First Horizon Stadium. He is the player of the week. Ronaldo Damas as well joining him. Sebastian Herrera of Sacramento, he had a goal and assist in a 3-0 win against El Paso. And then you got Tulsa represented, Sacramento. Sean Smart of Las Vegas scored a brace in the defeat of Tulsa. And then Neil Collins, head coach of Sacramento, getting the coach of the week.
Got the WrestleMania going on here in midfield at WakeMed Soccer Park, and we got quite the wrestling match here in this one. North Carolina FC, Indy 11, going toe-to-toe. We'll be back with more, including the highlights after a quick break.
Find healthy and fast. But at Alpaca, you'll find both. From our all-natural charcoal-fired chicken, cooked using Peruvian spices, to our made-to-order dishes like arroz chaufa. With sausage, chicken, or completely vegetarian, we have something for every diet. So take a break today. Come in or find us online for catering or to place a pickup order. Family-owned and local. Make it a Peruvian night. Make it Alpaca.
With a family like that to take care of, the 2 of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the 2 of you.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Halftime in Cary, North Carolina. We got a 1-1 score. North Carolina FC and Indy 11. Dean Lincoln with Andrew Tate. And Andrew, let's go to work and show everybody the highlights here in the first half.
Yeah, really fiercely fought first 45 minutes, but here we see Luis Perez was involved in a lot of the good work for North Carolina, unleashing a thunderbolt that Salt was equal to. And then Mulqueen with just a hopeful clip forward, but O'Brien leaves it. Moose is trying to deal with it, but gets himself in a massive muddle. And Rafa Menzinger makes the most of it. The loose ball, just pure effort and endeavour to get on the end of it and tuck it into the empty net. And that gave North Carolina a big lead. I felt they were full value for it. Here we see another chance. Dolabella, as always, involved, putting a really tasty ball in. But Salt equal to that chance, coming off his line to narrow the angle. But this was it. Rendon clipping it to the back post. The ball drops to the edge of the box here. Off Armo, just sets it to Murphy. One touch and then beautiful pass into the bottom corner. No chance for Mulqueen. And that was that. Indy on the stroke of half-time, leveling the scores and setting up a big second 45 minutes here in Cary.
Second career goal for James Murphy. His first came on his 25th birthday against Indy 11, ironically, when he played for Monterey Bay. A great nugget from Joe Gentry, the fine communications man for Indy 11. Anything else stand out on the stats?
No, just Indy 11 last week. I think they had one shot in the first half at home to Rhode Island, went on to win the game in the second 45 minutes. So I think head coach Sean McCall will be asking for more balls into the box, more effort, more involvement from his attacking players in this second 45, because North Carolina, I think, have just had the edge, but the scores are level. It's all to play for here in Cary.
Fans having a good time, young and old. NCFC, I mean, it's affordable for the family to come. I know you bring your family oftentimes out here to games, and they have a great time.
It is. If you could do something about the temperatures, Dean, I think this stadium will be packed out every single week. I think that's the only thing. I think July is just a tough month here in North Carolina. Once we get through that and we get into the cooler fall weather, there is no better place for me to come. You got the Fan Fest the hour before the game with bounce houses, mechanical bulls. Dean, I'm not seeing you on there yet, but I'm sure you could hang on for at least 10 seconds. But yeah, there's something for everyone, and the club continues to make the experience even better every year on year for families and people of all ages.
They have added a couple of mist stations and doing a couple other things to try to make it easier. You can now order drinks as well, as we see a sub here for Indy 11, number 3, Pat Hogan, replacing Josh O'Brien. So Pat Hogan into the game. Hogan, who spent some time with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
Yeah, Hogan, a veteran defender. Interesting decision there. Obviously speculating here. I don't know if that's an injury to O'Brien or a change in personnel. Just there was that ball from Mulqueen that went over O'Brien's head. That lack of communication cost them the first goal.
Second half underway. USL Championship on CBS Sports Golazo. There'll be a goal kick for Trevor Mulqueen, getting the start today. See the weather and the substitution with Hogan in for O'Brien. Nothing Mulqueen can do on that goal. I give him solid marks for his first 45.
Yeah, he looks confident. It doesn't look like it's his first championship start of the season. Obviously, he's had 3 appearances in the Jägermeister Cup and done well there. And to your point, yeah, nothing he could do on that one. I think it's just the loose ball. North Carolina's not getting enough bodies back to get pressure on it or pick up that pass back from Amo, which was dropped perfectly to Murphy, and he did brilliantly from that point on.
Dolabella, turnover. Dolabella tries to win it back to Martin. Turned over to the Indy 11. Cervania was hoping to knock it off the Indy 11 player like he did early. This time, though, it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Indy 11. Sent back in by Indy 11. One bounce to Mulqueen. The USL on CBS kicks off July with a hot showdown in the Championship Eastern Conference. Last season's final runner-up Rhode Island FC takes on Northeast rival Hartford on Saturday, July 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern on CBS. I feel like this man, Donovan's been solid as well after not playing much in the last month or two.
Yeah, John, I think, has full belief in the squad. It's not the biggest squad in the USL Championship in terms of numbers, but you know, everyone gets to play. Oh,
Conway trying to pounce. Goalkeeper is out. Craig gets it back to Rafa. Rafa now. Good squared ball to Louis Perez. Pops up on him a bit. Cervania now with a chance. Takes it inside with his right foot. Oh, my! And how about North Carolina FC? Cervania gives NCFC the lead.
pick my chin up off the floor, Dean. It's the old boy connection. Mensingen to Perez to Cervenia. And then this is all about Jane Cervenia, as you said, on his weaker right foot, but comes inside, takes a peek at where the goal is, and then just picks his spot and dispatches it. Absolute brilliance from Jane Cervenia. Second goal of the season for Jane Cervenia. And both of them absolute bangers. Coming inside. We've talked about him, he's more of an attacking player, and he's been deployed now as a wing-back. Haven't embraced the defensive side of the game, but he's showing what he can do going forward. Coming into that pocket of space. It's pretty much on the spot where James Murphy hit his shot for Indy in the first half, and he's almost said, anything you can do, Mr. Murphy, I can do better.
You said it. Well taken by Cervenia, who had a run where he was starting and then lost his starting spot. Gets it back tonight, and right now has what would be the game winner if the scoreline holds.
The assist to number 13, Louis Perez.
Louis Perez with the helper. It's 2-1 North Carolina FC.
And that's just what the doctor ordered for John Bradford. It was the start of the second half this time last week where North Carolina fell behind. They managed to turn the script this week and get their noses in front. Just a moment of pure quality from Jaden Cervenia. Nothing Salt could do in the Indy 11 goal.
Good ball to Quinn. Quinn will chest it first, now with his left foot. Lovely ball. Right at the penalty spot. Goes all the way through. Doesn't find a red jersey. Now Dolabella. Good effort to bring it down. Just a little bit behind Conway. Unlucky. Stays, though, with the home team. Maldonado was hoping Conway was going to take a different angle back toward him.
Conway did well to keep that alive because Dolabella's pass was behind him, and then not had a lot of service today. Conway to show what he can do. I'm not sure he'll go the full 90 either, Dean. Obviously, he's not started for a number of weeks, but getting him back healthy and in the 11 today is a big bonus for John Bradford. He's got the likes of Olex Anderson Jr. on the bench, who, speaking of head coach, Mr. Bradford, he talks about Olex Anderson Jr. has been performing well, maybe not at the goals to back up the performances like we used to, but he's a real weapon that they'll be able to call on as the clock ticks down today.
Dolabella. Much to the delight of John Bradford, Dolabella. Pass was headed out, but won back by Perez. He'll slide it over to Martin. Martin's got Cervenia. Back to Martin. Now Dolabella. Dolabella. Perez. Perez. A little bit of a deflection. Conway was lurking at the 6. Now Indy 11 in transition. Martin does well to try to slow down the Indy 11 Express here. Paco Craig. Going to bring it all the way back. Are they giving that to Indy 11? They call him Perez for a foul?
Yeah, there was a little nudge on Lindley there. Just off the ball. Those are the spaces there. You see Dolabella in that space, that inside right channel, picking up the ball and being able to get a good ball into the box, almost finding Conway and going the other way. Armo there, breaking into that space behind Cervenia. I think that's where the game's going to be won and lost today, just in those pockets behind the wing backs, down the sides of the centre backs, especially in transition.
Cam Lindley, former player for Carlos Samuano and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Dolabella down on contact. And Musa. Paco Craig. Maldonado. Off the foot of Quinn. Quinn playing that left wing back, but he could play the 8, the 6, play the 10. He probably could come forward and play the 9 as well. I mean, really good player.
Yeah, with Aiden Stanley missing out, they've tried to find the solution. Sliding Quinn out there. At least his left foot. There is no better left foot in the league. What he doesn't give you maybe in terms of the defensive stability, it gives you a lot more going forward. And it showed last week it was his left foot that found Romario Williams for the win at home to Rhode Island, and they'll be hoping that there's another assist in the bag from Quinn today.
Maldonado all the way back to Trevor Mulqueen, whose team is leading now 2-1. A brilliant goal from Cervania to give North Carolina FC the lead for the second time in the game. Rafa Mensingen early doors of the first half, giving North Carolina FC that 1-0 lead that was matched by Murphy with a classy goal. Maldonado to Conway. Conway! Oh! Still in! It's got to be over the line! Is it? Yes! And how about North Carolina FC? It's 3-1!
What an effort from Hunter Salt there, Dean. I thought for a second he pulled off the save of the season. But a big moment for North Carolina. Dolabella doing what he does best, winning those loose balls in the midfield. Finding Conway, just quick touch and a hit. The deflection off Musa's unkind. And then Salt's effort is phenomenal. You see it here, just off the shoulder of Musa. And Salt thinks he's done enough, but the ball bounces in the full stretch. Just can't quite keep it out. For North Carolina, that's a 2-goal cushion that could be absolutely crucial in their attempts to get 3 points today.
What an effort from Salt. It was clear, though, that it crossed the line and then bounced back. We've seen that a little bit.
Yeah. Assistant Johnny on the spot.
Quinn off of Rafa. Mikey Maldonado will get the assist. And it's 3-1 North Carolina FC.
And a hive of activity now right below us on the Indy 11 bench. Elliot Collier, Edward Keyser, readying themselves to enter the foray. Sean McCauley will want to try and get the next goal in this game, as it's going to be absolutely crucial.
They got a chance here. Williams, who's been hot, almost finds it. It's deflected. It'll be a corner kick. Corner kick, Indy 11.
It's a good look for Indy. Good play from Rendon coming in. Feeds Romario Williams, a little drop of the shoulder, and then he finds that gap. And that is a key deflection off the rear of Sundstrom. There's a little window there.
Corner kick, Indy 11. Shot back, not on frame. It'll be a goal kick coming back to North Carolina FC. Speaking of North Carolina FC, it's not too late to purchase your NCFC mini ticket plan. Receive the maximum value by saving up to 25% off individual tickets this season. You'll also get priority access to postseason tickets. Visit tickets.northcarolinafc.com for more information. Conway has done it again. It's 3-1. Quinn with the long header. Maldonado will pop it long. Minute 58. We are anticipating yet another hydration break here. Quinn calling for it. Aiden Quinn's beautiful bride expecting their second child, which will give as a yellow card here. Colin Martin with the yellow card. Brian Quinn and his wife, now 15 grandchildren.
That's a good Christmas team. Here we'll see the challenge from Martin. Oh, right on the foot of Murphy. That's a sore one. Murphy's still down now. as the trainer comes on. It's going to be a yellow card all day. Got to be careful with those ones. Sometimes, Dean, you can see those when the stud goes on the top of the boot. You sometimes see those given as a red card, but the referee being consistent with some of the decisions earlier on today. Looking back to that one from Jack Blake, where a yellow was given when it was probably more of an orange. But a sore one for Murphy nonetheless. Still got the three attacking subs, and Collier, Brinius and Kiza. Interesting to see who they come in for. And Mario Williams just made his first start of the season last week, so I think you want to keep a player like that on with his goal-scoring record at the championship level, but it'll be really intriguing to see what Sean McCauley does with his roll of the dice. I think they'll probably see how Murphy's doing before they make any changes.
Blake to Williams. Taken away by Martin. Paco Craig. One back by Quinn. And Quinn makes the overlapping run. Let's see if he gets it back. They do play it to Quinn. And Quinn with a rare off touch with that patented left foot.
Your NCFC will be back home next Saturday, July 26th, as they take on Loudoun United FC. Kickoff is at 7.
Positive second half for the home team, North Carolina FC.
Super efficient, super effective, taking the chances when they've had them. It's certainly not been breathtaking football, Dean, but just the efficiency and the organisation throughout this 60 minutes has been spot on from John Bradford, and the reaction they needed after that defeat last week at home to Birmingham Legion. They've won 4 of the last 5 at home in the league, Dean, taking down first and second in Lou City and Charleston Battery. So they've taken down some scalps. They've shown they can compete with the big boys, and they'll be hoping to get back to winning ways today, and they've certainly given themselves every opportunity today.
No idea what the referee was trying to say there. Got any translation for me?
No, I'm not quite sure why we've been sat still for 2 minutes here, but glad to see we're back underway.
62nd minute, 3-1 North Carolina FC. Referees say no more time wasting. Maldonado. A little bit short of Cervania. Cervania with a wonder goal. I feel like that one will be in the running for goal of the week.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more, Dean. Great work there from young Finn Sundstrom. He's had a really flawless display through the first 60 minutes here. Showing great maturity beyond his years. Just 18 years old. NCFC Youth Academy product. Transition from... The crazy thing to think about, Dean, is he was a striker last year in the Youth Academy. You know, so you factor in he's just 18 and he's transitioned to centre-back like a duck to water. You see that a lot, though, with young players. They start as an attacker or as a winger, and then they suddenly become a right-back or a centre-back. And lots of players down the years, the likes of Ashley Cole and Sol Campbell, I think, was a striker, another English player that I can think of that was transitioned to centre-back.
Peter Vermees was on the 90 World Cup team, transitioned to center back, became defender of the year in MLS.
What's Paco Craig doing there, Dean?
So we got 3 subs coming in, including number 18, Elliot Collier from New Zealand. Spent some time with San Diego Loyal. Number 19, Edward Kiza from Uganda. And number 21, Oliver Breneus. Breneus from Sweden.
Murphy, I think, going off just with that knock. So, head coach Sean McCauley in discussions with the trainer, trying to figure out what they were going to do there. But it is Williams and Amo off for Kiza, Collier and Breneus. So think Keyser will probably drop in to the attacking plate. Blake will probably play a little bit deeper.
Musa gets it over to Quinn. Dropped into space with one of the subs, Chiza. Now Quinn. Knocked out of bounds. Good effort from Joe Labella. All the way through. Donovan with the clearance. Minute 65. 2 goals here in the second half to give North Carolina FC a 3-1 lead. Reminding you that it was 2-0 Indy 11 when they played back in April, and North Carolina FC came back to tie it. So plenty of time right in front, and so close to pulling one back as it is. It'll go out of bounds off Indy 11, but really close to pulling one back.
Once again, Dean, I'll pick my mouth up at the floor. How's that not gone in the goal?
Yeah.
Just carved through the North Carolina back line. Great ball from Collier. Rendon puts it right on the money. And Chiza just gets it all wrong. Comes off the bottom of his big toe. And that is as far as expected goals go, that's got to be right up there. An encouraging sign for Indy is that they've created the chances. It's one that goes begging. And certainly attacking changes from Sean McCauley. Jack Blake, the creator, now dropping a little bit deeper next to Cam Lindley. Almost going with the front three now.
Ooh, Craig, the header right at the 18 there, and Mulqueen gets clipped there a little bit. As coming in, I did feel like Reneas touched him. I thought that's what I saw.
Another look at it here.
Yeah, he stepped on him.
Yeah, it's a naughty one.
Card.
I think he knows what he's doing there.
I do too.
I don't think he's quite as clumsy as you or I, Dean. But
you can just stop it at you. John Bradford looking on. Mike McGinty is top man. Andrew Scheck does a great job game planning. Daniel Saletti, part of the crew. Christopher Harrington, Danny Cameron, Pekka still works with the team. NCFC Youth led by Gary Butte. Top CEOs in the youth game. "67 minutes. It's interesting because it feels like the stadium push for Indy 11 is cool, but it's picked up for North Carolina FC as that one goes out of bounds. As I'm starting to hear murmurs about that downtown stadium coming back to life.
I was wondering that, Dean. I've been thinking that myself now. It must be my ears must have been burning hearing about that, because I was just wondering, like, what is there some momentum there?
There is some.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I got out to Fenton recently, Dean, and that is a lovely spot, just kind of hidden away, right? It's a
big time
little hidden gem.
Yeah, that suits you.
Just a little bit of a drive for me from Wake Forest, but yeah, it was a good little spot to get to.
Maldonado goes short to Cervania. Cervania pops it far post. Donovan was in a pretty good spot. I like that play right there. Everything but the final piece there is a smile from Donovan.
Donovan got a good stash going on.
Not Van Oko-esque.
No, it's not quite on that level. I think he's got a few years to grow that one. That one is, it's got to be up there as one of the championship's best all time.
Paco Craig diving header to Dolabella, who wisely drops it back to Rafa. Such a smart player. Dolabella now trying to find Rafa. Rafa wants it. Said he goes the other way, trying to find Conway. Rafa not happy he didn't get it back from his good friend. It's Conway that does enough. Now Maldonado. Perez Back to Maldonado, leaves it, Martin! Right to Hunter Soltz. What a great play, everything but the goal there.
Yeah, great sequence, little over from Maldonado to leave it for his centre midfield teammate. But Martin with the pass back just doesn't generate the power. Really routine save for Hunter Soltz. Some activity down below us on the North Carolina bench. There's Patrick Berner and Raheem Somersault, I believe, the two that are readying themselves. I think Colin Martin sitting on that yellow would probably be the likely one, and then Jaden Savania not started a game for a while. We'll get some fresh legs up against the likes of Rendon. Catch NCFC next Saturday, July 26th, as they take on Loudoun United FC. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets tonight at tickets.northcarolinafc.com.
3-1 North Carolina FC, 2 goals to help out Trevor Mulqueen, making the most of his opportunity, as it's going to be Somersault and Berner looking to come on for John Bradford. 3-1 lead. I like these 2 changes.
Yeah, smart changes. Fresh legs. Somersault never lets you down.
I think Colin Martin got a yellow card too, didn't he?
Yeah, he steps on Murphy. Of course, Rafa for Berner. That's an interesting one. Rafa the Warrior. And then it is Martin for Somersault. I see Savania, though, stretching those calves as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see a change there at some point in the next 20 minutes. Energy sapping conditions, Dean. We're standing here sweating, just for the folks at home. It's just, I think in the stadium, Dean, they were just giving away a cooler. I think if I was one of the fans, I'd probably try to climb inside there.
I'd like to watch that too. Savania sends it long.
What are you trying to say, Dean?
I'd just like to watch it.
Also leading the game for NCFC at number 17, Colin Martin.
I always have time for Raheem Somersault.
Yeah,
I've just got pictures in my head, Dean, of him wearing those goggles from when they won USL League One.
Oh, right.
Scoring that goal in extra time. Was it the goal in normal time? He scored a big goal to equalise. I think it was in normal time to send it to extra time, where he hit the underside of the bar, and I think it came off the back of the goalkeeper. And just remember scenes of him with his goggles on in the locker room with all the bottles of champagne. Just, it was in extra time. Thank you, Mr. Ware, for that. What would I do without you?
We'd all be done.
I think I'd be found out, I think, is the answer.
Ryan Ware, phenomenal part of our production team here. Driving the car is Joe Ferrara. Say hello to Bob Harris, one of my good friends with NCFC as well. Kyle Lang's crew includes our director, Joe Ferrara, Ryan Lutz, Ian Lang, Lindsey Vickers, Tanner King, Brian Ware, Matt Hammond, Larry McLean, Andrew Taylor, and the Tower of Power, Mark Dry.
Do you rehearse these each week, Dean? Because they're absolute belters. Mark just leaves every time, just knockout blows.
Tower of Power, right?
Is that his wrestling name?
That's a compliment. Quinn. Blake off the backside of Maldonado. Another chance here for numbers. It's wide open here. Indy 11 hanging their head a little bit. Dolabella waiting for Perez. Dolabella! And how about North Carolina FC? It's 4-1.
Dolabella. Absolute brilliance. There was always the danger going the other way for Indy 11. Jack Blake turns the ball over. And then the Brazilian, patience, waits for the space to open and then drives it low and hard past Hunter Salt. No chance for the goalkeeper. And that, for me, Dean, is game, set, and match. Dolabella. Him and Evan Conway going back and forth in the leading goal scorer charts. They both scored last week. Dolabella tying it up 5-5.
Let's take a look at all of them here during this hydration break, as it's been a whole lot of how about North Carolina FC.
This was the first one. Musa gets himself in a real mess, and Mensingen does the rest. Shocking goal to concede for the visitors, but then Armo puts on a plate for Murphy, sets himself beautifully and dispatches it expertly for his first goal of the season. But then Savania, to start the second half, says, Mr. Murphy, I can go one better. Cuts inside, weaker right foot, finds the top corner. And a bit of luck here from Conway. Salt almost saves the day, but the ball just crossing the line. 3-1 North Carolina. And then to put the icing on the cake, Dolabella, his 5th goal of the season. The Brazilian giving the home team a 3-goal cushion and tying himself right in the top of the charts with Evan Conway. 5 goals apiece. Great bit of form for him.
Really playing well. Another sub for Indy 11 as number 17, Logan Neidlinger from Indy, part of the Indy 11 Academy. So the youngster will get a shot. Dolabella with another goal, well taken by Dolabella. Sometimes you just keep it down, those worm burners can make a difference, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, he dispatched that brilliantly, didn't he? Just waited for the gap between the two defenders to present itself and just struck it low and hard. Goalkeepers hate that. Oh.
Burner, Mulqueen does well to go and get it. Trevor Mulqueen making the most of his opportunity here. Bradenton, Florida. Memphis.
That change for Indy 11 with Neidlinger coming on. He'll operate down this left-hand flank, and Quinn will go in alongside Blake. They'll have a lot of work to do now for this last 15 minutes plus. Those two veterans. North Carolina will just try to camp themselves in Indy 11 territory. Try and nullify those attacking weapons that Indy have brought on. With Chizza, Breneas and Collier.
Dolabella posts up perfectly. Paco Craig gives it away. Long ball over the tops. Now Craig's got to hustle back with Summersaw. Summersaw's there to knock it out of bounds. Well done by Raheem Summersaw to see the turnover and then do something about it. North Carolina FC.
Didn't see this on the cards, Dean, at half-time. I thought it was going to be a lot tighter than this. But Indy, I think, still have a bit of a sting in the tail here. You could see them getting one. You go back to that Chizza chance where he fluffed it 5 yards out to being put on a plate from Rendon. What a big moment that was in the game, because they've been punished since that chance.
Mulqueen's got it. Only one other time this season has North Carolina FC scored 4 goals. The 4-2 win over Oakland back on May 16. They haven't had 3 in any other games. That's not true. They had 3 against the Charlotte Independents in one of the Jägermeister games.
Yeah, it's been really professional today. Like I said, I don't think they've been exquisite. They've just been effective, efficient, well organized. The back 3 of Craig, Donovan and Sundstrom have headed and tackled and blocked everything really that goes their way. And then Mulqueen's been solid behind them. Some big decisions for Bradford next week, I think, Dean.
Yeah. Just to clean up my comment about the Independents, that was an Open Cup game. You heard as Simon says, we play Brian says. 79th minute. Good work by the youngster for Indy 11. Indy 11, I feel like, because you know Coach McCauley so well, he would admit they've been outclassed here in the second half.
Yeah, just punished. I think it's one of those, like the Sylvania goal and his weaker right foot from that area. It takes a moment of quality to do that, and probably 9 times out of 10 that guy fluffs it wide. But like I said, North Carolina's been really efficient, really effective, and I'd say Indy on the other side just haven't really capitalized on their opportunities. Otherwise this game would be a lot closer.
We got a former Duke Blue Devil and a former Tar Heel getting ready to check in together. Luckhurst from Duke, El Quack from UNC Chapel Hill, Dolabella. Another solid performance from Dolabella, who just every week better and better.
Yeah, just does it all. You know, he can defend, he can win the balls in the air, he can cover ground, he can create goals, he can score them. Just a great pickup from John Bradford in the off-season. You know, 33 goal contributions at League One level in terms of goals and assists. And his last year was brilliant. He was in double digits in both goals and assists. And he's transferred that form to championship level, just showing that he's continued to grow and develop and certainly belongs at this level.
81st minute, 4-1. Alcock trying to post up. Indy 11. Denied there by Sundstrom. Mentioned his story already. The youngster right now committed to UNC Chapel Hill. Looks ready to sign a pro contract, so it'll be interesting as the college soccer season is right around the corner.
Yeah, I think my understanding is he's not going there till January, so he's going to finish out the complete season with North Carolina Football Club. And then if he is to go to college, it won't start until the new year. But I think he's going to have some big decisions between now and then, Dean. Especially seeing him back to his form today. I thought last week he was a little bit off colour, but you could say that about a few other players. But today he's been absolutely bang at it. I'm sure a few people will be watching him very, very closely if he continues to perform like he is doing.
Somehow kept in bounds. And it goes off of North Carolina FC. Join us for the best of NC night on Saturday, August 2nd, as the North Carolina Courage take on the San Diego Wave at 7:30 p.m. Claim your tickets now at tickets.nccourage.com. And remember, the NC Courage U23 team led by Willie Davis, they play Utah United tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain, as the NC Courage U23 is looking for back-to-back W League titles, led by Ivy Garner, Taylor Chisholm, Mia Menestrella, the Duke star, Grace Ivy. They beat Ego FC out of Pennsylvania, the Annapolis Blues and PKs, Asheville City in the semis to get back to the championship for the 3rd straight year. I keep in touch with Willie. He actually texted me after the win. His daughter is somebody who wants to become a broadcaster, so I've spent some time with her. Pretty good player, too.
Yeah, absolutely. A special shout out to Dean, some of the Youth Academy teams on the boys and girls side, NCFC Youth, represented at the Nationals event in Virginia, in Richmond. The U13 Academy North and the U16 Academy boys both making it. to the semi-finals. Unfortunately today not able to advance to the finals. And then the U17 Courage were in quarter-final action today. Unfortunately for them, not able to get the win to advance to the semis. But full credit to the coaching staffs on both the Courage and the Boys Academy, the likes of David Madron and Daniel Soletti and Mr. Harrington. Great work from them and the staff. Ramon Gallardo as well, someone I know really well. Those players and coaching staff just really tough to get there, right from regionals to nationals, and the competition level just incredibly high. Credit to them making that achievement. And then, Dean, I'm just going to tie these things together. You mentioned Mr. Butte, you mentioned Mr. Harris. There's an airplane trip at some point you've got to fill me in on that's quite infamous around the parts of NCFC youth offices. So at some point we've got to have a chat about that. Okay?
Yeah, my mouth was in overdrive. Meanwhile, Gary and Bob thought we were going down. Yeah. I just kept on chatting.
A few scars, a few wounds that won't heal.
Yeah, I'll never get Gary on that plane again, that's for sure.
I think he travels by car everywhere he goes now, dude.
85th minute. Sent back in.
Brilliant from Connor Donovan. Just an absolute pure defender.
Good ball, far side. Just a little bit too deep.
It's not been Indy's night. They've been on a good run of form. Back-to-back wins at home, but going on your travels not as easy. Just 8 points from 7 games on the road. It's something that they've got to try and correct. But Sean McCauley, a man I think I've got a lot of faith in that he will get that team well and truly into the playoffs.
Minute 86. Three points for North Carolina FC. We'll put them at 26, just one behind the team that they'll play next Saturday right here, Loudoun United. That game at 7:30 p.m. That one, we'll see what Brian says, is a Jägermeister Cup game.
Yeah, I'd expect John Bradford to probably give a few minutes out to some folks that maybe haven't had as many as others, maybe rest a few.
Blake then Somersault. Somersault looked like he was stepped on as well. Cock to Conway. Looks like Conway's going to go the full 90 as Olex Anderson Jr. has taken a seat on the bench.
Once again, Dean, I am massively wrong. That was the one sub I thought nailed on. Anderson coming on for Conway. Or any one of the attacking 3 players. And I think this is probably my opportunity to apologise to Brian Ware for the 6-0 hammering I projected in the Club World Cup. Anticipating PSG would wipe the floor with Chelsea, and I was only 9 goals off, Dean.
I was going to give you a flyer. I was going to let it go.
I feel it's one where I've got to come clean and own my mistakes. I don't think anyone saw that halftime score. 3-0. I certainly didn't see Donald Trump staying on the stage while the trophy lift was happening. That might be the way to go now. We might see that more often, you know. Kings, queens, and presidents just getting involved in team celebrations.
88th minute. Boy, talk about sitting in heat. I was going to ask you, like, all those big-time celebrities and then the royal family sitting in that heat at Wimbledon in nice outfits, ties and everything. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel the heat there is a little bit different to the heat here, Dean. Though.
Okay. So not the same?
Not the same.
Okay.
I mean, this humidity just... Who needs a sauna when you can just go outside in the middle of July in North Carolina? I mean, those fans, we come out to to Wake Med Soccer Park to watch these guys run around on a pitch for 90 minutes, and you're like, why is he not running back, or why has he not done that? And then you go for a jog on a Sunday morning in the coolest temperatures and you realize, oh my gosh.
Luckhurst, you lost me at jog. Alcock back to Luckhurst.
More of a waddle, Dean, then. All right, I'll be honest.
Craig. Ron Burgundy called it yogging.
Yogging, yeah. It's a silent J.
It's a new phenomenon.
What a difference a week makes, Dean.
Oh, my.
The frustration of last week and the mistakes, just the naivety at some of the moments from North Carolina, something we haven't really seen a lot of in recent weeks, but today just getting almost everything right.
Including Mulqueen in goal.
Yeah, as a coach, you get paid to make big decisions, and ringing 5 changes. I think that's great. Next week in train will be really interesting on the fields here at Wake Med. You've got the guys that are on the bench thinking, geez, I've wrapped up a game, and then you've got the guys that are in the squad now wanting every bit to stay in the lineup. I don't see Donovan wanting to drop out of that back 3 anytime soon, and
3 minutes of added time, so pretty much just a hydration break, which kind of works with a 4-1 lead.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time, presented by Town Properties.
So the 3 minutes of added time brought to you by Town Properties. Check out Town Properties by going to town with an E, TOWNE properties.com. 3 minutes of Town Properties added time with a 4-1 lead. How about North Carolina FC with a tremendous second half and a great rebound after that disappointing loss that Andrew Tate just mentioned against Birmingham. Here's Luckhurst going to have a go. Now Burner. Indy 11's got something cooking here. Played into space. Squared ball. And they're going to point to the spot as Paco Craig got down and took down the player. So it'll be a penalty kick coming for Indy 11.
Yeah, good break from Indy 11. Breneas just putting it on the spot there. And Paco Craig doing everything he can to try and deny the shot, but Edward Shizza was fully aware of what was coming. He just plants his foot, gets completely taken out, and an easy decision for the head referee. A chance for Indy to get one back. Jack Blake from the spot.
Good look there at Trevor Mulqueen. Blake over the ball. Blake with 4 goals and 4 assists for Indy 11. Looking for his 5th goal of the season on the whistle. Indy 11, Blake hammers it home. Mulqueen guessed the right way, but too much smoke. And it's 4-2. Indy 11 pulls one back here in added time.
Yeah, good penalty from Jack Blake. Mulqueen at full stretch, but just kisses that inside of the far post. And that puts a bit more respectability on the game. I don't think they're deserving of a 3-goal defeat, to be honest, Dean. They've just been punished with some moments of quality, some lapses in concentration. 4-2, I think probably brings it a little bit back to probably what the goal deficit should have been.
So we've reached the 3 minutes. They'll add a little bit of time because of that goal. Craig looking to put it in the corner to Luckhurst. Goes off of Burner again. Should be about time. And that'll be it. How about North Carolina FC with an impressive 3 points over Indy 11. Final score 4-2. John Bradford with a handshake with the Indy 11 staff. Mikey Maldonado at the moment there. Conway got one of them. We'll step aside and come back and wrap it up here. How about North Carolina FC, though? They win at 4-2 on CBS Sports Golazo. We'll be right back.
With a family like that to take care of, the two of you have your hands full. At WakeMed Urgent Care, we're everywhere you are, so getting the care they need when they need it couldn't be more convenient. Soccer star? Easy. Kids? Covered. The twins? Done. Aches and pains? Virtual urgent care to the rescue. So download the WakeMed All Access app today and take care of everyone in the family, including the two of you.
Impressive bounce back game for North Carolina FC. Those two players, Conway and Delabola, both scoring 4-2. North Carolina FC with the victory. Dean Linke with the great Andrew Tate. And Andrew, let's go to work and show everybody the highlights in this one.
Yeah, really good game, Dean. I don't think I anticipated 6 goals, but it had everything. Here was the opening goal, North Carolina. It's a lapse in concentration at the back, miscommunication, and Menzigen makes the most of it to open the scoring for the home team. Just a real mess for Indy. The great endeavour and effort from Menzigen. As always, the Brazilian showing what he's all about. But Indy were not to be denied. They'd come back roaring the other way. The loose ball getting picked up here by Elvis Armo. He finds Murphy, one touch, and then bottom corner business to equal the score. His first goal of the season, just his second of his career. And a big goal for Indy. Level at half-time it was. Second half. And just within the opening passage of play, North Carolina here working the ball out to Jaden Savania, who managed to cut inside his right foot, and then from there finds the top corner. Absolute brilliance from Jaden Savania. No chance for Hunter Salt, and the home team had the advantage, 2-1. Salt here with a poor clearance, Dolabella with the knockdown. Maldonado then finds Conway, and this is the stroke of luck. The deflection off Musa. Salt thinks he's almost produced some magic to keep it out, but the ball crossed the line as adjudged by the assistant referee, and 3-1 was the score. And then Dolabella just really finishing off the game, set and match, driving one home on the counter-attack for his 5th goal of the season. 4-1 it was. Jack Blake would get a consolation goal right at the end off the penalty spot to make it 4-2.
8th win of the season for North Carolina FC, as they now have 26 points, just one shy of Loudoun United, who they'll face right here next Saturday. I want to thank our entire crew, Kyle Lang, Joe Ferrara, and the rest of the gang. For my outstanding partner, Andrew Tate, I'm Dean Linke saying, how about North Carolina FC? They get a 4-2 win over Indy 11, and you saw it all right here on CBS Sports Golazo.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.